GAFX, Bengaluru GAFX is undoubtedly, as of today, it's one of the best in the country. And of course, what made us to pull this out this time is that we scheduled this entire event in May, and it got cancelled because of code of conduct in the Indian elections, and all of a sudden we had to pull out. We rescheduled it on 21, 2023. That's 22 today, June. So we just had 1 month, and we had a lot of delegates planned for last month. And those people had to go to another events and it had to get cancelled, and bringing the speakers from all over the world was the biggest challenge. And we just had less than 30 days to execute this entire event. And I'm very happy that we had more than 2x of the last year crowd, and this event is a big success at this point of time. From last year to this year, a lot of changes we had in this GFX. First thing is that first time we brought about the top 35 artists from the country to sit together and sketch together. Now what happens is this builds a huge confidence in the student community to come and sketch along with them. Let me tell you one thing. Yesterday, if the first day, the sketch was done only by the top artists. Today, the entire community joined along with the artists and they were sketching today. So this was an amazing treat to watch. So where it started as Abai Fest has converted into Bengaluru GAFX 3 years back. And where we used to do an event in a small hotel hall and try to bring some 200, 300 people and run the show without losing our confidence. Today we have made that at least we had about 5,000 people footfall on every single day. More than 80-90%, or rather I could say this is completely funded by Government of Karnataka. Without them, it wouldn't have been possible to pull out such a big event. I just want to give you another smallest example. Till last year, we did not have any media people covering us except Animation Express and our own social media team. This time we had more than 15 media companies covering us for the last 3 days. And I think it's a sign of that we're growing actually.
I think GAFX 2019 has put a stamp of authority in the AVGC industry in the country today, because GAFX 2019 by far was the best GAFX ever and probably the best animation, visual effects and gaming event ever seen. Because in terms of the turnout from the speakers as well as from the people who attended the event, it was huge. We had almost 60 speakers from across the world, the best of the best coming in from all the industries, right from Hollywood to Bollywood to all the southern film industries, including Kannada film industry. And we also had studios from animation, games. First time ever we had a comic panel. We had 35 of the best artists over 3 days doing live sketching and live sculpting in the sketchbook alley. So all, it's a very rare event, and everything just fell in the right place. We had everything happening right, and with the government support and the kids and the Department of ITBT support, we were able to, and our wonderful sponsors also, we were able to pull off probably what we actually started the event as Asia's biggest event in animation, visual effects, games and comics. I think the ambition would be to make 2020, I know, it's little ambitious, but make it as the world's biggest animation, visual effect, gaming and comic event. And I think if we go the right path with the kind of right infrastructure and technology that we have in place at the latest center of excellence in Bangalore, with all the things favorable to us, with the best of the studios in Bangalore doing majority of the work from the Hollywood and the other places here, I think we are just poised for the right, to go on the right path. And I think this is the best phase of the AVGC industry in Karnataka and in Bengaluru, and Bengaluru GAFX just sums it up all over this last wonderful 3 days of celebration in animation, visual effects, games and comics. By saying that, I think we have set a benchmark, a new benchmark for the country and for the world to look up and say, hey, Bangalore GAFX 2020, I am looking forward to it.
Namaste, I am Sukanya Srinivas. I'm an educationist from past 2 decades in the field of animation, VFX and graphics. And to be very precise, I'm really the fan of GAFX now. GAFX is something where we have become so attached to it because the people are from all over the world. The speakers, it's under one roof where all of us got to know so many things about animation and VFX around the world, and it's been seriously a very great effort from Abhay and team, where we had the panels and discussions, and we also bring a lot of policies for the women in animation, and it's really very happy that it's happening in Bengaluru, and Bengaluru is going all over the world. I'm very thankful to Abhay.
To talk about 2019 GAFX, it was such a wonderful event, and I feel so proud to be a part of GAFX 2019. And here we had a chance to unveil our Center of Excellence, the gift given by our government to the Karnataka AVGC sector. So we have the latest technology, one of the best in the world, right here in our Center of Excellence at the Whitefield Nalapada Center. So now we welcome the entire world to come and make their cinema at our Center of Excellence. So it is a proud moment for all of us, and I really feel proud heading the department. So Abhay and the government is doing so much for the Karnataka movie makers and the animation industry, and it's really an honor to be, as an animator, having many years of experience in this industry. It is such a warm feeling that finally we are really achieving what what we had promised to the entire community, and finally we are here with our Center of Excellence, having all the latest facilities, the best in the world. It's called the World Gold Class, called the Vicon system, the motion capture that is there at our center. We are happy to have everybody come over and make your movies right here, right in Karnataka, in Bengaluru. So thank you.
Well, we summarize it by saying, come together right now, do the GAFX with me, and the whole emotion is what summarizes this business. Animation is a method of storytelling. It's an emotional method of storytelling. It does what the camera cannot do on its own. It makes sure that we can extend our imagination, our emotions beyond the camera. What causes these emotions is really inspiration. And the reason that we get people from India, from all over the world, from visual effects, from games, and everything that's happening in the culmination between creativity and technology is because in that cross-section, GAFX happens. And we are looking to extend the technology of GAFX to all forms of entertainment, to all forms of storytelling, to all forms of new thoughts, new ideas, giving power to the youth. This is a country that is known for frugal innovation. There are words like jugaad that don't do it justice. But animation is that jugaad, is telling the camera that it now has lenses in the front, at the back, at the top, at the bottom, and on both sides. And you have to be searching for that emotion. And you can go where that emotion takes you with 360, with VR, with augmented reality. And in the past, the only intelligence that was artificial was ours. But now there is AI that works with our intelligence and makes it super intelligent. And we've actually seen that. There have been people playing cricket here, and they were playing it so actively that India beat Afghanistan yesterday from a very, very close match. It all happens here at GAFX. And so, in summary, collaboration, relationships, introductions, and showing what you have is the only way that you'll be counted. The world is changing so rapidly, we have to be one step ahead of it. Timing is everything. We want to thank everyone involved in GAFX, all our partners, and we want you at Animation Express to take this global and tell people if they weren't here at GAFX 19, they can be here in 2020. Because at GAFX 19, it's not hindsight, it's foresight. That's 2020. This is not the end of GAFX 19. This is a curtain raiser for GAFX 2020. And what you can expect in 2020 is for it to be multiple times bigger than this. You're going to see a 2 to 3x growth that will outperform the rest of the industries in this country, the traditional industries, because the time has now come for communications, for simulation, to make sure that every business needs to have that input, that ability to say it in animation, games, and visual effects. Comics are not old hat. Comics are the foundation of our future. We saw that at GAFX. We rewarded it at GAFX. We're going to do it again and again. So be there. We're looking forward to seeing you. We're waiting for you. Thank you very much.